Hello and welcome to the famous Shamus experience. My name is Shamus and today we are at a ranch with about 2,500 head of sheep, and we're shearing them out. And today is the last day and we're about to finish it. And here are the sons and the friends of the ranch owner. What are you guys' names?
I'm McCoy.
My name's Joe.
He's the
Joe Mama.
He's the babysitter because he's more responsible.
I'm Jace.
And
Nice to see you.
all right. So I asked these guys a few questions earlier, whether or not they preferred sheep or cows, and they told me cows. And why is that?
Because they're easier to handle and they're not as annoying.
You get choke them down, you know, get punchy.
They're not as dumb.
Well, I can agree to that. They're not as dumb, but if I were to own anything someday, it would be sheep, because I don't know, I'm a sheep shearer now. But yeah, show you guys the rest of the crew here. One of the contractors, one of the bosses around here, his name's Kerr. He's the guy that sets up the jobs and calls people. He's always on his phone, and he's probably on his phone right now. Jake.
Yes.
You got a moment?
Yeah.
So, what's your job here?
Well, I'm supposed to be shearing sheep, but the sheep are wet. And so I'm sitting in the truck, drinking coffee.
All right. And why'd you start shearing?
I started shearing when my dad wanted me to learn to shear. It'd been kind of a family occupation for many years and generations. My grandpa was a sheep shearer, and several of my uncles sheared sheep, and my dad sheared sheep. And so he started training Isaiah before me, and then when Isaiah was to a point where he could shear on his own, Dad started training me.
Awesome. And do you love it?
Yep.
You love shearing?
Yep.
They're awesome.
It's kind of an addicting deal. You know, it's hard work, but there's a lot of satisfaction that comes with it.
Yeah, like driving past the flock of sheep.
Oh yeah. Yep. Looking out on a group of sheep freshly shorn on a nice green field or something like that, you don't get very much prettier than that.
I can agree. Thank you, Jake. Well, the theory is that Paul was going, or Mike was going to have grinders. The next person on the Kerr shearing crew, his name is Isaiah Kerr, one of the contractors here.
What up?
So Isaiah, what inspired you to start shearing?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yeah. He just said one day, "You're coming to work with me and I'm teaching you how to tag," and it was just over from there.
It was over from there.
Yep.
And what's your favorite aspect of shearing sheep?
Oh, I like traveling around, seeing new country, and so shearing is awesome because you're in a new place every 3 or 4 days. And you get to see a lot of country. Granted, most of the time it's in the dark, but I mean it's still fun.
Yeah, I can agree to that. One of my favorite parts about shearing sheep is you're never really in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
The longest time I spent in one job was a year and a half, and that felt really
Oh
nice. So, what do you got there?
Oh, this is my big Trident Pro handpiece.
China.
I've had it for probably about 7 months running it. Runs damn good. And then I got this. This is a Heiniger Icon. I just started running it about maybe 3 weeks ago. It runs really good too. You can't go wrong with Heiniger stuff. But after the coronavirus going around, I don't know if I'll be able to buy Chinese handpieces no more. So, you know, I don't know.
All right. Just want to say thanks for the opportunity to give me sheep shear.
Hell yeah, bro.
All right. Thank you.
That's the goal.
Gentleman here, his name's George Kerr, the guy that started the program for beginner shearers like me to give me a chance to come out here and shear a few sheep and see if I like it or not. So George, what are you doing right there?
Well, I am working on a comb that busted a tip off, and I'll use it just for shearing rams. And it's just because with rams, when you shear rams, you never know what's going to happen. Handpiece gets kicked around or something, and so a comb like this is not one I'd want to shear with full time, but I'll shear rams with it.
So what inspired you to start shearing sheep?
Well, it's interesting that I had swore that I'd never shear sheep. And I had some sheep, and my brother sent a shearing machine along with my dad, and he said, help Dad shear your own sheep. So I did that, and for some reason I enjoyed it. And that's what got me into shearing, and that was back 40 years ago.
Wow. So you've been at this a long time.
Well, in and out of it, yeah, for quite a while, but for the last 10 years we've been steady shearing full time. And then when my son started to shear, I recognized that there was a real need we needed to start bringing young shearers on, teaching them how to shear, so that the industry had professional shearers.
And then we've talked about this before, but kind of explain the significance of sheep and like why they're such a magnificent animal.
Well, they're what I call the ultimate transformer. They'll take grass and transform it into one of the most fantastic fibers for being able to harvest it yearly. It's a renewable resource. It's an extremely durable resource, and it's one that just provides outdoor enthusiasts with garments that will protect them in all kinds of situations, whether it's warm, cold, and the fact that it's a renewable resource and provides an opportunity for people to have a yearly harvest as a producer, and as a shearer you have a yearly income.
Well, thank you, George.
Anytime, Shamus.
Right. The next shearer here is Terence Blakey, right, or Blake? Terence Blake. In the order of things, shearers, he is a novice, a very good novice, and this is his second season shearing with the Kerrs. So Terence, what brought you out here?
Couldn't really find enough sheep to get good at it, and was tired of being frustrated and unhappy with the numbers I was doing.
And did you shear sheep at first?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So
I started shearing sheep first, and then eventually got to shearing alpacas, and then quit that because I hated it very much, and went back to shearing sheep. Came out here and told myself I was going to be the best one day, and I'm working towards that as best as I can.
Yep, and he is progressing very, very quickly. I don't know if I can catch up.
Yeah, right now my high tally is 160. Last year my high tally was 118, and that was pretty much the whole year. Stayed there. But I wanted 150 this year, and I wasn't going to go home without it. Got it, and I've gotten it 3 or 4 times this year, and looking for 170 before I leave.
Terence, can you explain why these sheep here are separated from the rest of them and why they're in this pen?
these ones here.
So these are just the culls. You don't really want black ones out here because their wool's a contaminant in the white wool, and
They're just not worth as
They're
much.
just not worth as much, no. Because you can't get a bale out of, 15 head of blackface. And whiteface is a lot more valuable.
You can do more with it, right?
Mm-hmm. You can dye it and spin it and do whatever you want with it.
Can you tell us about the program that you're in and what you're about to do, hopefully, in the next few months here?
So hopefully this virus thing stops soon enough that I'll be going over to Australia, where I'll be shearing for the rest of the year starting in August, and coming back and shearing more out here.
When we shear sheep, there's ewes, lambs, and then there's rams. Rams are the big boys that make lambs. Ha ha. I'm not that funny. Anyways, here they are, and they are a pain to shear. Well, for me, anyways. Oh man, feel them? Yeah, I do. When you shear sheep and you have sheep shears, you need wool help. To grab the wool, sort the fleeces, and help the rancher make more money. And we have Colette, Kerr. Hey Colette,
Hi.
why do you do wool help?
Well-
Wait.
Oh gosh, okay.
Who dragged you into doing wool help?
Well, I grew up around farming and ranching, and I grew up around shearing. I showed sheep when I was little in 4-H, and I graduated high school and met Isaiah after my grandpa was killed in 2016, and he asked me if I wanted to do wool. Said they needed a wool help for the season, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll try it out. And so I went on the run with them for a little while and ended up liking it, made good money, so I continued doing it. And I did it for the season with him, and he ended up taking over the shearing business, so he asked if I would stay with him. And I ended up continue going on the run with him, and then we got married, and so now I'm stuck
And
with it.
then you fell in love.
Yep, fell in love, got married, and so now I'm kind of stuck with it, but
Stuck with it.
it's not a bad thing.
And what's your favorite part about doing wool?
My favorite part, I love going around to all the ranches, meeting new people. I'm kind of a people person. I can be shy at first, but once I get to know you, I really enjoy coming back and talking with the ranchers, seeing how things are going. I love seeing different operations. And so yeah, I just meeting everybody, new and old. There's a lot of great people that own sheep, and so I like to just come back and visit with them, and the people are probably my most favorite thing of the job.
She's literally best friends with most of the ranchers that we go shear for, that I've seen so far.
They do take a liking to me. I don't know why. I'm just a likable person, I guess.
Yes. We have so many good shearers shearing on a 6-man plant. We are kicking out the fleeces a little too fast, and sometimes you need more than one wool help. Our second wool help on this crew is Maggie. What's your last name, Maggie? Maggie Ork.
Hey.
So Maggie, what dragged you out here to do wool help?
Technically my boyfriend, and being in between jobs, he was a shear on the team, but had to go back to Fargo. So I was in between flying jobs and decided to come out and make some money and travel out west for a while.
And you were supposed to leave earlier?
Yeah, I'm a flight instructor, so I was supposed to have students out in Wisconsin, but with all the COVID stuff, there's not enough students out there anymore. So,
And you're stuck out here.
yeah, but it's a nice place to be stuck. It's pretty isolated and beautiful.
So I see that you have a big dog there,
Yeah.
Franklin.
This one came with me, and then I acquired the little.
Yeah. So how'd you get this guy? Hi, puppy.
I wanted a little dog because I already have a giant Franklin, and I thought it'd be cute to have a big dog and a little dog. So we were just at a ranch, and they were getting rid of them, and
Why?
It's hard to say no to like a corgi for like next to free.
And why'd they want to get rid of him?
Because he chases cows, and I don't have any cows, so we're a perfect match.
He's a cow chaser.
But right now he thinks he's Franklin's dog, so that's a problem.
So, what's your least favorite part about wool help? Because
the bag changes with the lay down press.
Oh, was more.
I might be selling Jake under the bus a little bit with that answer. It just takes forever to square off.
I was more looking for another answer.
The poop?
The poop and stuff.
The poop and stuff, yeah. Use that one.
Oh.
The poop, if it's like these lambs where it's like green and so wet, that is pretty bad. But taking 20 minutes to square off the bale is also pretty bad.
Yeah. The part about shearing sheep that I had to get used to that I did not like very much was touching a lot of poop. I touch so much poop.
It doesn't bother me so much. This is pretty bad, but I don't mind. I don't like the afterbirth. The afterbirth for some reason is worse for me. That bothers me more.
And
the pus. Oh my god, the pus is the worst. That's the worst. The abscesses are the worst, hands down. I'll square off a bale for 45 minutes if I don't have to touch pus.
Yeah. I was about to say, I got some pus on me yesterday, and I was like,
yeah, I can't handle abscesses. That's all time worse, for sure.
Thank you, Maggie.
You're welcome.
I already got those.
And the good price though?
Yes.
And nothing.
Of course, everybody that we spoke to today, that's not the entire crew. Here are the people that sheared with the crew but aren't here today.
some of them.
I'm not kidding. Probably like 60% of these bitches.
Thank you for watching that video. And if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel. So when shearing sheep, you get a lot of dingleberries on the sheep. And when you shear them off and you throw them out because you don't want the poop in the wool. And I got so much poop on my sheep, I got my own poop pile. And it's right here. Wow, so much poop. That's a lot of poop.